Hi everyone. I am not a teacher. I'm an ear musician, and the reason I am covering this bass part of Paul Gardner's in Gary Numan's Aircrash Bureau is because I've looked all over online and it seems no one has touched this tune. So I'm going to come at this as though you're intermediate, not beginner, simply because I'm not a proficient teacher. But what I will do is basically demo it slowly and kind of give you a few pointers that'll hopefully get you through this tune. So he's playing what guitarists will know as suspended chords and basically doing the same pattern, just changing positions. The first one is the D suspended. That's this bass string here on the 5th fret and these two strings down here, 2 frets ahead. You can either play it like so if you're more comfortable that way, or you can bar those 2 bottom strings with your ring finger. In my case, I've got short fingers, so I'm going to, I feel comfortable using my pinky. These 2 fingers are going to get in the way, obviously, but just know that I'm not using them. It's essentially just, okay. The first chord is the D. The next one is F. And the difference here is he's going down throughout the strings here. And on the second one, he's picking the bass string, then the bottom string, then the second string. So he's going. Right? Once he does that a few times with the scales that happen in between, which we'll leave aside for now, he goes from down to the 3rd fret to C suspended, up to the E flat. So again, same distance between the 3 frets, etc. Right? For the scales that happen in between the chords, you can attack this one of 2 different ways, I think. If you're a stickler for keeping your hand in the same position, you can go, okay? Now the only reason you're going to see me moving up a half step for right here and then back is simply because I don't have very strong pinkies. I got fairly short fingers. There's hammer-ons in the tune that are played rather frequently, so eventually I'm just going to get sore. The note will get lost, that kind of thing. So it's basically, if you're doing proper fingering, see how he has to move that middle finger up immediately. And again, if you can do that, that's great. Okay. But again, you'll see me going throughout the demo. Now, 2 things to note, see what I did there, is that when he's doing the scales, there's a couple of times, and you'll just have to memorize where these fall, where he's doing an additional hammer-on. So I'll play the first part and then play the additional hammer-on, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Right? But you all know there's a part where he goes, right? And that should have been a hammer-on, by the way. Right? Nice and easy. Okay, so there's that. And the other thing to let you know before we go through a demo is that while doing the tune, even when you're moving down to the C and going to the E flat, the patterns are exactly the same. So once you got the first part licked, you've nailed the second part as well. presumably you've had a chance to practice what is essentially the most complicated part of the song. And there's only one more thing I'm going to demo before I simply play along with the song, simply because everything afterward is, you'll be able to easily see what I'm doing, and it really is important to have context during some of those long held bass notes, which without context even confuses me. So getting to the verse section, he's doing exactly the same thing as the intro, except without the scales in between, and there's one addition, which is that. He's just going back a fret and sliding back up, right? And then with this one, he's going to pull an octave, which I'm sure you hear. Right there. Just doing the octave of the C sharp, essentially. Or sorry, is it E flat? Yeah, E flat. So I'll play that part through without any interruption, right from the beginning of the verse. So just that last note before the ending.